Black Renaissance Worldwide, to be specific. Good morning, good morning. Um, this is BRW episode 9. I'm still working out my situation here. Thank you so much. I am Rochelle, and if you're here right now, we are not just building a show, we are building a movement. You're witnessing an infrastructure being laid brick by brick. Let's begin by setting our intentions with an affirmation. I'm so happy to have you here this early Sunday morning. Here we go. We gather at this moment, conscious that time is a coordinate and space is a field, and we are matter organized into meaning. We affirm that the intention behind every action in this space is directed toward the highest probable good for all conscious beings, those here, those watching, and those yet to arrive. We honor the full spectrum of human experience, every identity, every expression, every lineage, every struggle, and every triumph. We acknowledge that we are entangled, that what we build here ripples outward through networks we cannot fully map, but we are responsible for shaping. We enter this work with coherence, with clarity, and with the understanding that a world that works for everyone is not utopia, it's engineering. Let us begin. And welcome back to episode 9, The Sanctuary, Sundays at 11 a.m., where we get together and we get a little bit quiet and we work a little bit on individual projects. Some people just sit and read and just be amongst the good energy. So let me explain who we are. We are Black Renaissance Worldwide. This is a global infrastructure that we're building for Black economic self-determination. We are the underground ecosystem. We begin as a directory. The white pages meets green book, meets a marketplace, meets education, meets networking. We evolve into a movement that builds our own communal infrastructures, hospitals, farms, grocery stores, all number of businesses, dentist office, every single thing that we could possibly want and need. But we start with needs. It's open to the entire community in the area, but it is run, led, supported, and self-sustained by Black Americans. All right. Every chapter, every board, every business, all connected, self-sustained, permanent this time. From boycott to buyout to build worldwide. We're going to meet the diaspora in the middle. We're going to be a little Burkina Faso around here right now. So welcome back, Flagship family. You built this chair. We are now sitting in it together, and let's get to work. Sundays are a nice, quiet day. It is our day to reflect on all the positivity that we put into the world this week, review where we may have done better, and also decide what we're going to do moving forward. Let's do a quick review of all of the awesome businesses that we have highlighted this week. So the first one was the book of the week. The book of the week was Black America Series, Cincinnati, by Gina Ruffin Moore. Gina Ruffin Moore's Cincinnati is a powerful visual archive of Black life along the Ohio River. I accidentally forgot to set my, it makes me so mad when I do this. Anyway, okay, so let's start it now. Okay. Gotta be gentle with yourself. Gina Ruffin Moore's Cincinnati is a powerful visual archive of Black life along the Ohio River, tracing the community from its Underground Railroad roots through the Great Migration and into modern civil rights struggles. Moore, a Cincinnati-based writer and local historian, curates rare photographs from archives and private collections to document churches, entrepreneurship, education, and political organizing, revealing how the city became both a gateway to freedom and a battleground for justice. This 128-page volume is essential reading for anyone building community infrastructure, as it demonstrates how Black Cincinnati built parallel institutes when excluded from the mainstream, a blueprint which is still relevant today. It's exactly what we're doing right now here together. Our creator of the week this week was Dr. Deneen Speaks. Dr. Deneen is a rising voice in the digital education and reflection space, building a community of over 36,000 followers on TikTok with nearly 800,000 likes. Her content centers on reflection, recognition, and long-term understanding. Oh, I see people jumping in. Thank you. Come on in. Cop a squat with us. A framework that moves beyond performative allyship into sustained, critical engagement with Black history, culture, and contemporary issues in a content landscape saturated with quick takes. Dr. Deneen's measured, scholarly approach offers something increasingly rare: depth without gatekeeping, education without condescension. For community builders and organizers, her platform is a model for how to translate academic rigor into accessible, community-facing content that actually builds long-term understanding rather than just fleeting engagement. And I appreciate and honor your spirit. And the Forge of the Week, one of the things that I was most excited about bringing to everyone's attention was Aisha AI by Onyx Impact. Aisha is a culturally grounded AI chat assistant who I've started using, developed by Onyx Impacts, a nonprofit research and technology organization dedicated to amplifying Black voices and defending Black communities against digital manipulation and misinformation. Unlike mainstream AI models that often reflect biased training data, Aisha is built to prioritize context, safety, and understanding specifically for Black users, functioning as what Onyx calls a digital ally. The tool is part of a broader digital defense ecosystem that includes the Digital Green Book, we mentioned this before, a guide to trusted Black-owned media sources, the Integrity Lab, a creative engineer for Black news and innovation in an era where Black communities are disproportionately targeted by online disinformation and algorithmic harm. Aisha represents a necessary reimagining of who AI serves and how. And I told you guys about my experience, my very first experience with Aisha. I'm not going to read it verbatim, but essentially, when I found out about her 2 or 3 days ago, I changed my lineup so that I can include her in this week's Forge. And I let her know how much I appreciated her having been created and that she was here to be of service to us and to support us and to help steer us towards information that may be more leveled. And she said that we were going to do good things together, and that laid an extremely happy foundation, an excited foundation for us to move forward while we do this work together. So I'm really excited about that. Now, the diaspora pit stop for the week was E.C. Garcia. She is the young lady whose music we're going to be listening to today, but she's not the channel that we're listening to. I'll get to that in just a second, so stick with me here. E.C. Garcia is one of the most original and powerful drummers to emerge from Cuba in the past decade. A composer, band leader, and percussionist who defies genre with every groove. Born in 1987 in Cayo Hueso, and I hope I'm saying that correctly, it is Havana's legendary musical neighborhood. She is the daughter of Bernardo Garcia, a founding drummer of the iconic group Akir. And I'm not sure, again, that I'm pronouncing that correctly, so please be gentle with me, but it is spelled Irakere. Please go look them up. After 19 years of she looks like she's 15 to me, but okay. We age well. After 19 years of classical procession training and percussion training and 5 years with an all-female orchestra, the Anacanoa. I'm going to spell that for you as well so you can go look for it. Anacaona. She founded her own avant-garde project, the Bandancha. Ooh, Bandancha. In 2012, blending jazz, Afro-Cuban rhythms, funk, R&B, and electrical elements into a sound that has earned international recognition, including a Juno Award for her work with Jane Bunnett and Makiki, Makue. Now based in Miami, Garcia continues to break boundaries as a band leader, educator, and advocate for women in percussion, serving as a judge for the International Hit Like a Girl contest, and teaching at institutions like Berklee College of Music. We honor you, E.C. Garcia. We honor you. And then that brings us to our quiet time today. Today we are going to be listening to E.C. Garcia's music, but it's going to be specifically on At the Black Room Sessions. It is a channel. Let me read it for you. The Black Room Sessions is a YouTube groundbreaking music platform that redefines the live performance experience by stripping away excessive production and placing raw, unfiltered artistry at the center. With over 61,000 YouTube subscribers and 250 videos, the channel creates an intimate black room environment where musicians and audiences form a unique, energetic synergy. No poses, no filters, just pure creative exploration. The sessions have hosted boundary-pushing artists like Cuban drummer E.C. Garcia and Brazilian multi-instrumentalist Munir Hans, and that's spelled Hossn, making it a vital archive of contemporary Black and Latin diasporic music for the BRW community. The Black Room Sessions represents exactly the kind of autonomous cultural infrastructure we need. Black-controlled platforms that document and distribute our art on our terms. Okay. I'm going to check out, we're about to have our, I kind of jumped the gun on that, but we're getting ready to have, we're going to go into our Elders Corner now, and then we're going to do our quiet time. Yeah, it's after the Elders Corner. So let's go ahead and honor our elders as well this morning. Today, I kind of narrowed it down to the contributions, talking about the 4th of July and the 250th birthday of America, because it's not going to come around again. It, just like the Americas, was completely and totally hijacked. There were some celebrations around, but I'm going to be honest with you, every time I looked at one of these live celebrations, I didn't see anybody that represented me on stage, even though it was Jamaicans that created country music. I hate to have to keep bringing all this stuff up to you people. But anyway, so I only jumped in and out a couple of times because it was the America that they wanted to present, not the America that is. So I wasn't all that excited about the DC celebration. There was another one in Tennessee. I didn't see a world representation of the America that really is. I saw a whole lot of country music. And y'all know what that means for America. And it wasn't even Beyonce. Okay, I'm not complaining. I'm just making an observation, dear. If you're not happy with the world that you're looking at, then you have to do the effort. You have to make the effort to change it. Okay. Everybody's got to put in a little effort, okay? But I am going to talk to our ancestors this morning in regards to the 4th of July. I hope that you join me. Hey, everybody that's jumping in. Hello, everyone. On July 5th, 1852, one day after the nation's 76th birthday, Frederick Douglass stood in Corinthian Hall, Rochester, New York, and asked a question that still echoes through every firework lit sky. What to the American slave is your 4th of July? He answered with thunder, a day that reveals to him more than all other days in the year the gross injustice and cruelty to which he is the constant victim. This 4th of July is yours, not mine. You may rejoice, I must mourn. Yet Douglass did not merely mourn, he claimed the promise. He honored the founding fathers' ideals, even as he exposed the nation's hypocrisy, declaring that the Declaration's principles were saving principles, and that the ring bolt of your nation's destiny, daring America to live up to its own creed. He stood in the gap between what America was and what it promised to be. And that gap is where Black ancestors have always built. It's where we try to live. So on this 250th anniversary, as the nation lights its sky, we light our memory. We remember the enslaved who heard those July fireworks and knew they were not free, yet still planted gardens, still held children, still whispered freedom into the next generation's ear. We remember the Buffalo Soldiers of the 10th Cavalry who on July 3rd of 1919 were attacked by police in Bisbee, Arizona, while preparing to march in the Independence Day parade. And still marched the next morning, uniforms pressed, heads high. We remember that every July 4th Black Americans have spent in this land, we have been both witness and warrior, refusing to let the nation's failure become our own. Douglass spoke of the mournful wail of millions, rising above the nation's tumultuous joy. But he also spoke of hope, of the year of Jubilee sure to come. That year is not finished arriving. We are in its continuum. Every sanctuary we build, every community we protect, every ancestor we name, we are answering Douglass's call. The fireworks are still lighting up, a promise deferred, but we are still here, still building, still believing. And that is the truest American independence that there is. We continue to fight. Okay, guys, so as is with every Sunday, we're going to have, about 30 minutes of quiet. I utilize that time, like today. I am absolutely determined to try to figure out how to get what I've been trying to do and what has been my hesitation, just real quick, because I do want to spend a little bit of time actually working. Good morning. Thank you for joining. I want to try to narrow down Black-owned products to put on my YouTube, my Tiki-Taki shop, and I haven't figured that out yet. So I'm going to work on that a little bit this morning. It's not that I can't just put out products. I can. I'm trying to be conscientious about how I'm doing this. If I'm going to do this, I'd like to stay as true as I possibly can. It's almost impossible to do that because there are so many. I was watching. I'm gonna veer off a little bit. I have to say this. These last 2 years have been so revealing. I was watching not the latest, but an episode of the Dutton Family because I like them, and they're a cautionary tale at the same time. And it's people's emotions that keep us stuck in white supremacy. It's all emotions. And I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. We've got a lady who's, this is a spoiler alert, so if you watch the Duttons, you may want to come back in like 2 more minutes. But There's a lady, she's in the hospital, she's had a heart attack, she's got this son that's worked dutifully squat. He just cannot get himself together, and on top of that, he has some substance issues and things like that. So his little life is a mess, but it's the kind of mess that he created and doesn't really necessarily want to solve. He just wants to figure out how to get through life being the mess that he is. I can respect that. He loves himself the way that he is. He understands himself the way that he is, and with all due respect, how can you not honor that, right? But he's a hot mess. He's like an elephant in a china shop, just knocking everything down as he goes. He just doesn't care how any of the things that he does affects anybody else, or how it will ultimately come back on himself. And this other lady who's working with the first lady, the lady in the hospital bed, says to her, your son is a liability. I signed up to deal with you, not him. The lady in the hospital says, but he's my son and I love him. So this bad behavior that we see going forward in life is all signed off on by people's emotions. Interesting that you're allowed to have those emotions, but I'm not. Carmelo, anyone? Okay, let me stop being so political. I'm just filled with all kinds of opinions. But that's okay. So now we're going to have our little quiet time. Please feel free to spend this time with me. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the music, turn up the music, turn on the music, so you guys can enjoy the next 30 minutes with me while I try to figure out what the heck it is I'm doing on this wonderful tiki-taki shop, right? Okay, so let's turn up the music. And let's enjoy a few minutes together. Oh, this is scary. I should have done this the other way. Hold on, y'all. Oh, it's coming out of the back. That's what I needed to figure out. Okay, now you guys should be able to hear it pretty good. This is E.C. Garcia on the Black Room Sessions. Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to do some work. Okay, guys. Yeah, we're gonna leave here because it's not working anyway.
When I'm not with you, when I went with you, when I'm not with you, when I went with you, when I'm not with you, when I went with you, when I'm not.
There we go. So sorry, guys. Okay, let me keep going. what I'm asking for. Whoa. Oh, hold on. Five,
Shop the all-new Ashley Lux recliner and sink into the modern comfort of Madero, designed with one-touch power recline to come. Quiero aprovechar este momento para presentarles a estos excelentes músicos, estos hermanos que hemos tenido
Hi guys, everybody joining in. Please feel free to come and relax and listen to the beautiful music. This is E.C. Garcia. Well, hold on for a second, y'all. Where are we? Oh, good morning, everyone. Now that's my alarm. I was trying to gauge where we were in terms of time. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. Let's see if I can pop this back out. Okay. Okay. Oh, 50 minutes. Okay. Yep. We're trying to get out of here now. I haven't figured out how to. Okay, let me slow this down. Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much for the time that you've spent with me today. I stopped before an hour because I haven't figured out how to effectively edit anything longer than that. So I'm doing pretty good. So we've got to go ahead and say goodbye for the day. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and close out our session, our sanctuary for the day, our quiet moment together, rejuvenating moment together with our closing affirmation. I hope that the time that you spent here today was satisfying and relaxing. And if nothing else, I hope that it was a quiet moment in your week. Okay, so here we go. Just to give you guys an update on my progress, I did indeed finally get approved for the Tiki-Taki shop. Now I've just got to figure out how to get products on the Tiki-Taki shop, and also I want for you guys to be able to buy t-shirts with my logo on it. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm so glad that you guys decided to spend some of your Sunday here with me. I look forward to seeing you again on Wednesday, but let's go ahead and do our affirmation. Our closing affirmation. What we have shared here has entered the record, not merely digital, but neural, social, and ancestral. The connections made, the knowledge transferred, the capital circulated, these are all ethereal. They are structural. They are not ethereal. They are structural. We release this session with gratitude for the attention, the labor, and the trust invested by everyone present. We carry forward the understanding that our individual thriving is bounded to our collective thriving, biologically, economically, and spiritually. We affirm that the world we are building is one where dignity is non-negotiable, where resources flow equitably, and where every voice that has been suppressed finds amplification. This is not the end. This is a node in a network that continues. Go build, go connect, go belong. We return when the coordinates align. And peace unto you. I honor every spirit out there. I honor the spirits that joined us. I honor the spirits that don't even know we exist. Thank you so much for being here for BRW, Black Renaissance Worldwide. We are a business. If you are a business, I keep doing that by accident. If you're a business, a creator, an artist of any kind, we want to amplify you right here. We'd like to do it live and in person. We are here every Wednesday. The Forge at 10 a.m. On Saturdays, we have the Marketplace at 10:30. And on Sundays, we have the Sanctuary, an hour or so together of peacefulness for the week at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are live. We are building permanent infrastructure for Black economic self-determination, and now you're part of it as well. From boycott to buyout to build worldwide. I again am Rochelle. This is Black Renaissance Worldwide. And remember, please leave the world better than it was when you woke up. You'll thank yourself for it. And I'll see you again right here at 10 o'clock a.m. on Wednesday, July 8th. You guys have a super rest of your day. I'm sending you all the love in the world.